Greetings family, thank you so much for coming back to watch your videos. Guys, the one thing that controls the mind of the people is what they ingest through their eyes. Like what you watch on TV is what controls a lot of people. I remember when we were growing, we used to, and by the it's watching and listen. We used to watch and listen to a lot of American hip hop, and most Africans would dress as the likes
Hey,
of
that's what.
Jay-Z.
Hey.
Then it came to a point now it was hip hop. The what was it called? Crank. You remember Crank? And people now would dress as Soldier Boy. You see? So music, entertainment, media, all that controls the mind of people in a very big way. And if you look at even the propaganda, if you want to make a certain president like Putin or Xi Jinping look bad, you use the media. But what has saved millions from getting into this propaganda in the recent past is free speech in online, especially Twitter and TikTok. And TikTok, they are trying to control it. This is what is happening in Africa. We have one or the biggest. We have like two very huge or three. They are usually three. Yeah? We have MultiChoice. These are TV channel providers. We have MultiChoice, which is usually you find it in the South Africa and East Africa and Central Africa. Then we have Canal Plus, which is in West Africa, Central Africa, and we have another one which is in the north of Africa, which is owned by the likes of Egypt and those people. So they have their own. So they have their own narrative. But when you come to South Africa, you find MultiChoice, which MultiChoice will have a lot of channels across Africa, and as well as the international channels. You have the sport channels, like they provide Super Sport, which shows the English Premier Leagues and all that. And we will have a lot of our African channels inside Maisha Magic. We have African Magic, which will have West African, Nigeria movies and all that. But now, earlier this year, we reported that Canal Plus was having this interest of taking over MultiChoice because it's on sale, and I think they were selling it for about $2.6 billion. There was a problem because MultiChoice was like, "No, we cannot sell it to you. That's a very low price." Now they have increased the price, and the person who is buying, that is the Canal Plus, which is owned by one billionaire, French billionaire, Vincent Bolloré, and the company is called Vivendi. SE will be buying MultiChoice Group Limited from South Africa, and they have increased it by nearly 20%. And this offer has become so good for MultiChoice to say no. So the offer, which stands at $2.9 billion, it has become so good for MultiChoice to say no. So Canal Plus CEO and Chairman and CEO Maxine Sada revealed that both companies have agreed to cooperate, with MultiChoice granting exclusivity to Canal Plus. So what they are going to do is they are going to merge Canal Plus and MultiChoice, and now they'll be the biggest, creating the biggest media house in Africa, that is boasting nearly 50 million subscribers and enhanced resources for investing in local content and sports. Let me tell you, in 2020, Netflix passed a rule that for you to have your movie on Netflix, you have to include something which rhymes with the LGTV, LGTV plus. So you see, if, for example, there's a person in Africa who respects the culture and but still wants to be in Netflix to make it, they have to include that nonsense of LGTV plus. That's what will happen. Like, it's not our narrative; it's their narrative hidden as it's our narrative, which will be covered as our narrative, but inside it's their narrative. So that's the problem that we will have, because who owns the media controls your thinking.
But it's not something new for South Africa. Well, because now it's going to be the biggest in Africa, it's now going to even go upscale to other countries which never had this in their television programs, in their television stations. We have DSTV in Rwanda, in Kenya.
You know, Rwanda, we have Canal Plus.
They don't have DSTV.
I don't know, but MultiChoice owns DSTV and GoTV. GoTV is a cheaper version of, you know. But my problem is, what will happen? Because they'll be controlling the narrative.
In South Africa, it has always been. Growing up in the 90s, we grew up watching Generations. If you're Southern African, you know. We grew up seeing guys kissing on TV, Senzo.
Like LGTV,
Yeah.
and it was that long.
I
time
was
ago.
like 6 years, 5, very young. On TV, you are watching a TV program which comes daily on your TV screen, on your screen at 8 p.m. every evening. You will see a guy and a guy, you know, in a relationship, doing whatever they literally kiss on TV. So in South Africa, it's been there for the longest time. For them, it won't be something new, but now it's going to upscale to the rest of Africa. Right now, you are seeing they are boasting of 55 million subscribers all across Africa. This means that they want to upscale the culture to the rest of Africa, because if it's been in Southern Africa, some of us got used to it at a very young age. In fact, we were not shocked to hear men and men. Now,
Because you grew
coming
up,
to
it's
Kenya,
normalized.
I found Kenyans still see it as, you know,
Even
taboo.
today.
I was like, oh wow, this is quite interesting, because for us, we saw it on TV at a very young age, and we grew up knowing that nowadays men and men, you know, can have a relationship, women and women can have a relationship, and it's okay, it's normal. So imagine now a kid that is going to be born in that kind of culture. There's cartoons nowadays on Netflix that have the same culture being
Perpetrated inside.
forced into kids, you see. So it's a fight against the African culture, it's a fight against the African people, and only those with values and principles will make it. Because if you will let your kids just continue consuming this kind of content without you controlling what they see, controlling what they consume in their mind, you will have problems in the near future.
You know, Africa is a cultured place. The problem is our leaders are in the pockets of those people.
Yeah.
But when you go to Russia, Russia has banned even these things.
Yeah.
China the same.
Because they know.
Yeah, because they are protecting their culture. But until Africa is able to protect their culture, like the leaders protect their culture as per their constitution, because even in the constitution of Kenya, we protect our culture, but we are still fighting it. But the good thing is right now, because our ancient ones are back, we are seeing a lot of young people wanting to learn their culture. So people are like, no, that is not in our culture, and you can go to wherever you want, but you are not going to force it on us. Remember President Museveni, what he did just this year? Now that's a president who's ready to protect their culture. So we are hoping that in the near future we'll be seeing more of that. South Africa is low.
But they are being strategic with this, because the awakening is there. Even in Southern Africa, even in East Africa, even in West Africa. When you go to TikTok, you will see a lot of young people awoke. And these guys cannot let us go free, because they need to make sure that we stay within their principles, we stay within their guidelines, we stay formatted from who we are. And they will make sure that they buy television stations, they do whatever. When you look at South African programs on DSTV, MultiChoice, most, probably even 80 or 90%, I'm not sure of the statistics, most of them are South African local TV programs. You will resonate with a movie from Soweto. You will resonate with a movie, with a film in Durban, KwaMashu, the crime, the whatever. You will resonate. But now, in that resonation, in you resonating with that, they put whatever they are trying to. You see, whatever they are trying to build into. There's this TV program that used to play on SABC, is it SABC2, on this South African TV programs every 9 p.m. That program used to mirror the lifestyle in a location called KwaMashu. But now they introduced a gay character in that TV program. And those were the main characters. every day you had to see those characters on screen. Every day they had to be there playing the major roles. And that, to me, right now, studying media, I realized that this was strategical, because some
Exactly.
characters are usually given just 1 minute, today, tomorrow they won't show. But for these ones, they make sure that every day this character is on screen, every day this character is playing the biggest role. And that is what is going to happen.
That is why we don't watch TV. And we thank the Most High because nowadays we have Twitter where you can write anything you want. And TikTok is waking a lot of
Oh,
Africans.
TikTok.
You know, most people won't pay, especially in the East Africa. It's expensive to pay for those. But you can always have internet, which is even cheaper than buying cable TV. So you just watch what you want.
And I've seen a lot of guys on TikTok saying, TikTok is even better than DSTV. Why are we even subscribing? So people might even be discouraged to subscribe to these
Yeah,
things.
exactly. So, guys, let us know what you think in the comment section. Keep waking your fellow African up wherever you are in the Americas, in Europe, in the East, in the Far East, and in the motherland Africa. If you'd like to support us, we have Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. We are also selling these Fulani hats, beautiful ones. You can see how good looking I am with this. Imagine the sun, it won't get to me. Rain, sleet, snow, nothing will reach my eyes, my face. If you want to buy one, you can reach us using WhatsApp on this number or Telegram. And also, we have a market, online market, elegantmasai.com. You can buy from there. Link is in the description. You can also support us by liking, sharing, subscribing if this is your first time. And we'll see you in the next one.